Let's see where they go. Green and Rajepa, your pole sitter. Let's go. We are underway. First heat. Bit of bump. So Tim got a great start from the middle. And they go 4 wide, 1 around. 1 around in turn 1 and 2. We're going green this one. Green just tacking onto the tail. We're away. Great even launch. Orton got the lead. We're going 3, make it 4 wide, back straight first time. Up to turn 3 and 4, onto the front straight. Leading the way, so Sampson leads at Orton. Neil Block will take second. Third at the moment, Peter McKenzie sits back in fourth. Jaden Bryan and the Tasmania 12 sitting a very we are going yellow. The commentator's curse gets them every time. That'll be the 66 entry of Darren Holt that brings on the caution. And the block in the 51, your top 3. We're set to resume hostilities. Turn 4, we're green. Trying to get a little bit more power. Who's going to be game enough to go around the outside? Liam gets a great run. He now sits second. He's now chasing the Sampson entry. Onto the front straight we go. Still with 6 to run. Sitting back there in third is Peter McKenzie in the 30. He now sits third, coming under immense attack. One mistake and he will go back 3 or 4 spots. Up out in front though. Sampson goes to work. Pins the ears back. McKenzie's still sitting third, but for how much longer? He's got that gaggle of carts behind him. Any mistake inside. Slide job on the inside. They swap a little bit of paintwork side by side. Liam gets it. Sampson back to second. That couldn't have been much in it. So Liam leads it up into turn 3 and 4. Running away. Still with 3 to run. This is the first qualifying heat. It's still got 2 to run. So the Stace end of the 22 entry now sits third. Jaden Bryan in the Tasmania 12 now sitting fourth. Peter McKenzie in the 30 sits fifth. Front straight, white flag comes out next time by. Our leader down the back straight, and his fact is cleared out. White flag, 1 to go. Heat race number 1. Down the back chute, we travel. Liam goes around the outside. Sampson hasn't got an answer. Checkered flag comes out. Heat race number 1 in the books. So Sampson will take. So Lynn Stacey will hang on for third. Jaden Bryan will hang on for fourth in the Tasmania 12. Back to Peter McKenzie for fifth. Timmy Orton started off really well. He fades back to sixth. Jaden Baldwin will round out your 7. Pickles Cunningham, your pole sitter in the 74. We're set for a start. 3 wide at the start. So Wood was one of those ones that went around the outside as we got one in the middle of turn. In fact, he's over. We are red. One upside down. Coming word from race control. That second to third row, they're inside the position 3 and 5, giving each other a bit of a... Go a bit quicker, will you? We're set for a start. We're away. Cunningham got the better of the starts, but Wood goes around the outside to make it sweep around the top. Cunningham gives chase. He gets buffed off the curb. Almost 3 wide into turn 3 and 4. Cunningham gets back to third. On the front straight, first lap in the books. Wood your leader, Ball to second, Cunningham Jones. Time will take home 5th at this point in time proceedings. Cunningham now goes back to fourth. Up on the front straight. Wood still your leader. Ball giving chase. Jones is now for third in the 76. He now takes that third spot. He's now giving chase. Just moves that cart up a touch out of the groove. Now switches back to the inside. Does the old Craig Lowndes over and under. Gives that left rear a bit of a peppering. That is a Jones entry. Ball still in front. Woods cleared out. He's in another postcode. Don't worry about what's going on behind him. It's on for young and old for second and third. Ty Cunningham, Gleeson, there your top six. But around the outside goes Jones. Ball says, you want to have a bit of a play? Let's play. Has to roll the shutters up. One to watch in this one is Cameron Jones. Now sits second. How many laps have we got left? We've got 3, 2.5 remain. Woods, as I said, he's in another postcode. He is out of there. Also watching back in the pack is Glenn Ty. Glenn now starting to make an impression on that third spot. White flag to come out though. Woods still your leader. Jones. But the battle's now on for third. That is between Ball and Ty. Gleeson, Dillon. There your six. As we go into turn 3 and 4, checkers come out. Wood will take it. Jones will take home second. Back to Ball. Back to Gleeson. Glenn Ty. Round out position number 4. Gary Gleeson for 5th. Dion Dillon will take home position number 6. Michael Cunningham, even though he's come infield in the 74. He will start from position number 7. Heat race number 1 for the juniors. We are set for a start. First one in the books. 8 on the board. Down to turn 1 and 2. There you'll find that Gatton got the best start. In fact, he pulled a bit of a wheel stand going into turn 1 and 2. Down the back straight we travel this time. Our top 3 now starting to break away. On the front straight, first lap in the book, 7 remain. Gatton your leader, back to Lumsden. So Lumsden in next, then we got the Margot entry. That is the 82 car, now runs third. Back to Brooke, Redpath, position number 5. Back to Marks and Meany at the tail. On the front straight. Still Gatton your leader. Down the back straight, looking comfortable on the clayway. They drive it as you see it. He's an Australian champ. Out in front, not troubled at the moment. So Margot also sitting one further spot back. In the 82, he now sits third. Thanks to the Benson Racing Karts, this is heat race number 3 on the program tonight. Heat race number 1 for our juniors. All plain sailing out in front at the moment. Redpath and Marks are at the tail. Haven't got an answer for the Karts out in front. As I said, Gatton's in his own postcode. Has checked out. Down the back chute. We'll watch now back in the pack for third. One mistake and goes back to 7th. Up into turn 3 and 4. That is between the Magro entry, Brooks and Meany in the 9 entry. They're only split by a hair. That's all it is. One mistake. You go from 4th to 8th. 3 wide. On the front straight. Still 1 to remain. We'll watch back in the pack. So Grace just holding up this side by side down the back straight. Probably could wave to each other. Checker flag comes out though as we say that. Goes to the way of the Aussie champ. So Black Gatton will take the win. We've got one parked in the, doing a little bit of parallel parking in turn 4. Up into turn 4. Slow pace. Stack them up like sardines. Very nice walking pace. We'll jump on that loud pedal. 4 wide at the back. Down the back straight we travel this time. First one in the books. We're 3 wide in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Up on the front straight. First lap in the books. 7 to go. Mally a leader. DeBono in the second and the 10. Back to Redpath. Hughes rocks into 4th. Stoddard now sits 5th. Saxby at the tail. We're up into turn 3 and 4. We got one parked on the grass. Mally still your leader. DeBono settles in for second. Redpath, Hughes. Battle now rolling on between Hughes and Redpath. Great to see that name, Redpath, rolling around a Speedway. Down the front straight. Stoddard and Saxby. But it's up in turn 3 and 4. Mally and DeBono going at it. We're still within 5 to run. Make that 4. Still plenty of laps. Anything can happen in this motor race. DeBono's certainly having a look, and in fact more than just a look. It's an invitation up the inside. They'll go side by side across the stripe. So Brody DeBono will get that just. Kai Mally sits now, has to be relegated to second. Hughes back to third. We're with inside 2 to run. Notice Brody goes defensive. He'll know there's a car there. Kai just peppering that left rear. Now goes to the outside. Back to the inside. Brody, don't look over the shoulder because you'll get a surprise. Ta-da! Hi, Mum. Bye, Mum. Round we go. Down the back straight. He's got one to do it. Side by side. Are we going to have a photo finish? Smile for the cameras. Off turn number 4. So Brody will take it. I was actually giving it to Kai. Oh. So Kai will take the win. So Kai takes a win. Brody and Rock Hughes takes home third. First qualifying heat. Fielder, Loft, Holt and Robinson. Go back to the Gunnean entry. Turnbull, Devola, Morell, Scott, Best, Cook and Parker. We're going green this time thanks to Queensland Speedway Kart Spares. Outlaws. SE Salt Electrical, let's go racing. We are set. That was a great roll around lap. 5 wide, almost 5 wide, 3 wide into turn 1 and 2. Back straight we travel. A little bit of fair bump play on one around. One around in turn 4. That'll be the 111 that has unfortunately been spat out the back. So we restack them. Have a look at that 3rd and 4th row inside. Go on, get going. Great start. First corner as well as always, 3 wide mid-pack. Down the back chute we travel. Who's going to come out of this in top? 3 wide. Up to turn 3 and 4, the Gamble Earth Movers corner. Front straight this time. Loft your leader. Fielder slits in second. Robertson. Darren Holt sits position number 4, the Northern Territorian. In fact, he may even snuck up to 3rd. Gets rounded up the top on the front straight. Robertson, Holt, Turnbull, Parker, Best. There's your 7 at the moment, but out in front, Loft, gone. See you later. Catch me if you can. Fielder, Robinson, we are going yellow. We are going yellow. One here on the front straight gives us a wave. Yeah. That's for me. We're going green. So Loft, your leader, Fielder, Robertson, Holt, Parker. Jack Kerr in position number 6 in the 92. We are set. We are going back to green flag conditions. Back straight we go. 5.5 to run. Turn 3 and 4. One around the outside. That'll be the Parker entry on Holt. Just off that groove on the inside. Holt now goes like a cannon, like a cannonball out of a cannon. Rockets up the inside. That is the 66 Kart. Now rolls into third. Robertson and Holt. Robertson just over the line. Parker back to Kerr. Down the back chute. They almost swap paint back on the back straight. That's position 4 and 5. Front straight. Loft and Fielder, Holt, Robertson and Parker. They still duke it out. That is position number 4, position 5. Front straight, white flag out, 1 to run. Thanks to Queensland Speedway Kart Spares. Down the back straight, Holt now trying to get on the inside. He wants that second spot. Up to turn 3 and 4. Checker comes out. Loft will take it. Fielder back to Holt, Parker, Robinson. Devola in the 92. Gunnar, Morell, Scott, Cook, Turnbull and Best. Marks and Wood, you round out your 6 karts. We're going green this time. We're set. Very slow walk up. Thanks to Salt Electrical, brings us heat race number 1 for the sub-juniors. On the front straight. 7 to run. Foe, back to Wood, Taylor. Marks, Wood at the, and also Wood at the tail. Taylor now giving chase, in fact, right on the back of Nate Wood. Magri in the 1-3-2, sits 4th. Fair way back. Our top 3 though start to get in a bit of a groove. We're still 3 from home. Foe still your leader. Wood and Taylor. Position number 4 goes back to the 1-3-2 entry. That's its 4th. So Nick hasn't got an answer to these top 3 karts at this point in time. We're still 2 to run. Notice the Wood's gone a bit defensive. Probably can hear a kart on the inside. Thanks to Salt Electrical. It brings us heat race number 1 for the sub-juniors. White flag out, 1 to run. 6 laps for this particular class. The flag is just about to get a bit of a wake-up call. White flag near, check him about now. Checker flag to come out. The Foe will take it. Back to the 15 entry. We'll hang on for position number 2. Back to Bray Taylor in the Q1. Nicholas Magri will take home 4th. Back to Cooper Marks. Harrison Wood rounds out your field. Position number 6. So our sub-juniors, thanks to Salt Electrical, goes the way of the 68 of Chase Foe. We're going green this time. Heat race number 1 for our standards. Thanks to our great friends at Max's Tyres. We are green. Out of the gate. With Caleb Sims, we are going yellow. As they say in the classic, yellow, yellow, yellow. Word comes from race control, the A1 of Caleb Sims. The principal has spoken. And up on the board, Max's Tyres brings us heat race number 1. They square off. Down the back straight we go. Up into turn 3 and 4. We're set for a start. On the front straight. 3 wide at the back of the pack. Sims was one of those that went with him. He's now up. Have a look at him make 3 wide. Splits them like 10 pins. Goes on the inside. A bit of bump, fair bump play on. Few elbows been shown in this. Fair bump play on, as they say, down the back straight. Sims has come from the deep. In fact, he's come from about, what could you say, Mumbanna to Mount Gambier. We got one around. A very, very hard charging Caleb Sims behind. We are set for a restart. 7 on the board. Turn 1 and 2. Have a look at Caleb. Wind it up. Orange's got to protect that line. He goes to the bottom. Sims to the high side. Side by side. Turn 1 and 2. Orange says fights back. Gets past. Sims goes to the lead. Up into turn 3 and 4. We're still with 5 to run. We are going yellow. We are going green. 6 remain. First heat. Orange gives chase. Down the back chute. The concertina effect between 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Who's going to be brave around the outside? That's where they're going to have to make the run. There's still 5 to run. Orange's Swan Gale. You'll block in the 4. Fielder, Payne, Swan. That's your race order, but out in front, Sims is doing it in a canter. Orange back to Swan. Under a max attack from the Oz 2, Louise Gale, not too far off the pace either. New block in the 4. Up on the front straight. Orange is still holding on to that 2nd spot. Swan holds on to 3rd. Liam's got the hands full with Gale and also Fielder making impressions. Still 3 to run. Front straight. Our leader basically half a straight between 1st and 2nd. As I said, in his own postcode. Orange just sitting 2nd. Not too far behind that is Jackson Swan in the 9. Back to Louise Gale. Fielder back to 5th. Checkered flag to come out. First one in the books. So Sims takes it. Back to Oranger. Swan will take home third. Jackson Swan in the AV9. Back to position number 4. Went to the 4 entry of Alicia Fielder. Louise Gale takes home 5th. Fraser Swan will take home position number 6. Liam in the M4 will take home 7. Megan Payne. And of course, Caitlin Saxby will round out your field for our 7 karts. Redpath inside that second row. We're set for a start. Almost 3 wide going into turn 1. Redpath's got a bit of a wobble. Just kissing that inside curb. That'll do it every time. On the front straight, first lap in the books. Swan your leader, Redpath back to Jack Regan in the 7. Marks in the 85, Bree Hall. The 95 of Andrew will be back there, and Sam Payne, your 7th kart at the moment on the racetrack. We're 3 wide back at the pack. 5.5 to run. Turn 1 and 2, you make that mistake inside. Redpath makes the impression. Swan says, well, I made a mistake. You had an invitation on the inside. Wobbles off that curb. Swan and Redpath go at it. Regan down the back straight. That sits third. That's the 7 kart. Sitting position number 3. It's on for Young and Old behind them, position 4 and 5. Down the front straight. Turn 1 and 2 as we say that. Bit of a squabble going out in front. I think you'll find that there was almost a change for the lead, but there was a bit of a wobble mid-pack. Swan now takes over. As we go yellow on the front straight. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Just as Swan was getting on with it. We're going green. Very delayed reaction from karting drivers. Almost 2 wide going down the back straight. First lap, we're still 2.5 to run. Up into turn 3 and 4 on the front straight. 3 wide for second at the moment. Swan still your leader, Regan Payne. So the 95 car is sitting position number 4, waiting to pounce. White flag, 1 to go. This is heat race number 1 for this particular cruise. Side by side for third at the moment. Third way, you make a mistake, you go backwards. Down the back chute we travel. Up into turn 3 and 4. They will hold on. Swan will hold on. So Regan will hang on, Payne. Matros will hang on for 4th in the 95. So Andrew come deep in the pack. He started position 8. He hangs on for 4th. So we're set for a start. 13 karts to do battle heat race number 1 for our standard heavies. Thanks to Omega Karts, we are green. We go 3 wide, turn 1, make it 4. Thought about going up the outside, now switches back to the inside. We're 3 wide, turn 1 and 2, or turn 3 and 4. First lap in the books. Don't look over the shoulder. Swan your leader, Oranger, Williams, Campbell. So Clint sits back there in position number 4. Make that 5 in the 4.69 entry. A bit of biffing and barging going on middle of the pack. We are yellow. We are yellow. Seven laps remain We're set for a restart. They all squirm out of the groove because couldn't pass until they go past the comb. 3 wide mid-pack. Up into turn 1 and 2. Orange is still your leader. It's on behind them. They're 2, make it 3 wide and almost 4 wide as they come onto the front straight. Into turn 1 and 2. A little bit of buffing and we are going yellow. We are going to go yellow. You can find there will be a chain dropped. Just by the way that car driver looking over at the chain area. We're going green this time. What's Orange going for them? We're set. We're resuming hostilities. Over to turn 1. We're going yellow. To resume with 6 to run. Thanks to Amiga Kart. Biffing and barging going on mid-pack. Have a look at them, slingshot. The chain reaction effect, they slow each other up. They're on the front straight. Orange is still your leader. Down the back chute. Field now coming back to him. Orange has got company. Loft is certainly giving chase. It's going to get very, very juicy at the front of the field in a moment. We're still 3.5 to run. Gutchberry also now starting. So Shane in the 25 is now starting to get racy. That is position number 3. The 25 cars come to play. Swan's gone back to 4th. The 469 car sits 5th. Which could become 8th if they're not, if one mistake is made. Turn 3 and 4, 2 to run. We're going yellow. Dane and Alan, they roll up behind. They give each other a love tap. We are set to resume. We are doing so. Turn 1 and 2. Orange got the jump. Shane now gives chase in the 25. Swan and Holt go to work. Position 3 and 4. They're going to come at him left, right and centre. White flag out. 1 to run. One up on the high line at the moment, trying to get a bit of grip. It doesn't quite get so. We're down the back straight. Turn 4. Orange will put one together. Hang on for the win. The 25 edge will hang on for position number 2. Gutchberry will take home position number 2 in the 25. Back to Alan Swan. In the 17, Northern Territory 66 of Darren Holt will take home position number 4. So the Northern Territorian, the junior standards, thanks to Jack Regan Racing, we are set for a start. We go. We're down the back chute first time. The 22 giving a wiggle. That is Austin Collins. Austin got a bit of a hit up the backside, gives him a little bit of a wobble. So Rainier leader. De Bono will settle in for second. Redpath back to Malley and Cunningham now rounds out your 5. Up into turn 3 and 4. Onto the front straight. 6 to run. De Bono, Redpath and Malley go past the strike, almost together. Down the back chute. One to the high side. I think you'll find that'll be On the outside will be the Kai Malley entry. Does so very nicely. Now sits up into third. So Kai could be on the move. Doing a 16.053 is Brody De Bono. One of the fastest karts out there at the moment. He sits second on the racetrack. Got to be careful because Kai says thank you very much for the invitation. I'm now going to take second from you. It does so on the inside. 3.5 to run. The back straight we travel. Zane's just minding his own business out in front, but he's got a very, very hard charging Kai behind him. Don't look over the shoulder. Whatever you do, keep the eyes front. You look back, you slide back a spot. Kai is wound the rubber band, pinned the ears back and gone after it. On the front straight, Kai's come from, like you'd say, back basically Glen Burnie now to lead the way. Down the back chute, Zane slots into second, Brody to third in the 10 entry. A very happy third. We go back to position 4 and 5. That is Jet Redpath and Taylor Stoddard. Position 5, 4 and 5. 1 to run. The back straight. Kai's going to take it in a heartbeat. Up into turn 3 and 4. Check it, come out. Kai takes the win. Zane hangs on for second in the 9 entry. Back to Brody in the 10. The Tasmanian number 9, Jet Redpath, will take home position 4. Taylor Stoddard, Ricky Cunningham and Austin Collins will round out your 7 karts for the junior sedan or junior standards. Jack Regan Racing goes the way of Kai Malley in the 88. Back to the E9. Set for a start. 5 karts. We started with 7. We're now down to 5. We're green. Turn 1 and 2. They go 3 wide almost. Down the front back straight we travel. 7.5 to run. Notice that third kart trying to go between them. Unfortunately, there wasn't a gap big enough. On the front straight of the 82 entry, Alexander Margot. So Magro was starting to get racing. In fact, 3 wide. Takes his mate with him. Up into turn 3 and 4. They go side by side. Fair bump play on. I think you'll find that will be the Haylock entry. Now sits second. Alexander now gets away out in front. I think you'll find that Braden was saying I was nearly up there once upon a time. Now sits third, a very happy third. Coming up there as well is the Jade Swan entry. So Swan sits fourth. Now starting to tack on the tail, making it a two-cart freight train. Very relaxed pace out in front. Watching the battle for third. Swan and Haylock, they go to work. Up on the front straight. Still 3 to run. Now Alexander just pacing him. Braden Orr now sits second. Lap's going to be on the side. Braden certainly got the ears pinned back. Trying to get up on the outside. We'll watch that battle for third. On the front straight. So Margot certainly going out in front. Orr and Haylock, they're your third kart. Swan now sits fourth, but wants that spot. We're 1 lap from home. Thanks to Jack Regan Racing. First one about to be in the books. Magro will take it. Braden Orr will hang on for position 3. Haylock will hang on for position number 3. And back to the AV7 of Jade of the Swan entry. Will take home position number 4. Junior standards, thanks to Jake Regan Racing, goes away the 82. So Alexander takes that one. So Alex will be happy, get some points on the board. Wonder what team orders is in that third row. We're going to find out in just a moment. We're set, we are ready to go. On to turn 1. 3 wide back in the pack. It's on. Up into turn 3 and 4. First lap in the books. Red Path, your leader. Meany will side in there. Sutton. Back to Turnbull. Robertson. Cody Bryan. So the Tasmania 11 sits 5th. But for how much longer? Wonder watching this is the 17 of Oranger. Now sitting 6th, but he wants to get out of that little bit of a groove and go back to work. Up into turn 3 and 4, one going high and wide. Couldn't put it, just remember that top groove is there. He now darts back to the bottom. Looks like been flung out of a slingshot. Went from the top to the bottom very quickly. Meany now see your leader, Redpath and Sutton. Oranger now to 3rd. Cody Bryan. Timmy Orton in the 10. He now sits 5th. We got 3 wide, turn 3 and 4. Onto the front straight, 3 to run. Still 3 wide. Down the back chute. So Meany still your leader. Redpath. The 2 9s are out in front. Oranger sits there back in 3rd. Cody Bryan. Robinson. White flag to come out this time for the first of the modifiers, thanks to Cook's Transport. White flag down the back straight. Well, watch it deep also back in the pack there at 6s and 7s. All over the show. Checkered flag comes out. Meany will hang on. Back to the Tasmania 9. So Redpath hangs on. Back to the 17. So Oranger holds on for 3rd. Back to Timmy Orton in the Tasmania 10. Well, he started deep in the pack. He started 8th. Cody Bryan will finish 5th. Hayden Robinson back to Brad Turnbull. Jaden Bryan and Sean Sutton rounds out your 9. Right sponsor of the SKAA Australian title. Set for a start. Might be some questions raised about that start. We are down the back straight. Caleb got the start he wanted. Now he sits position number 3. First lap in the books. So Shane leads away in the 25. Sims back to Gale. Whiting sits 4th. For how much longer? Up into turn 4. Another lap in the books. Sims certainly coming from deep in the clouds. So Gutchberry still leads the way in the 25. Whiting marks. Gale Cunningham slipping back to 6th. Got some hard hitters behind him. Andrew Walton. So down the back chute. We are still 3.5 from home. This is the first heat for this class this evening. So Sims, it says, leading the way. Gutchberry sitting 2nd in the 25. They're in a postcode of their own. A long way back to the Caleb. So it says Whiting back to the 66 or 56 of Louise Gale now sits 3rd. White flag to come out. So 22 leading the way. So Sims, Gutchberry back to Whiting, Louise Gale. Cunningham now happy in 5th. But our checkers come out. So Sims will take it back to the N25. So Shane coming deep in the pack. He now in his second. Whiting. The 25 engine will round out your 3. So Braden Whiting finishes 3rd. Back to the E4. Back to Bragg. So Cunningham will finish position number 4 in the E4. Set for a start. We're green. We go 4 wide into turn 1. Make that 3 as we go down the back chute first time. Thanks to our great Dirt Divas clothing brings us the first heat for the ladies. So Blackman leads the way, Dorman marks. Kelly Wood sits position number 4. A bit of a biff and barge going on between Marks and Wood. Fair love and war, fair bump play on. Sitting just behind them is Julia Christians. So Julia not too far out of this either, position number 5. We watch the battle for 3rd. Taylor Knights has got no answer at the tail at the moment. Anything can happen in this motor race. She could do a Stephen Bradbury and finish 3rd if she's not. If she's a bit closer to those carts in front of them, Marks, Wood and Christians. One of them come together, it could be a little bit of a night story. Down the back chute though, Blackman still the leader. Dormer giving chase. That is the 64 kart. That's its second on the racetrack at this point in proceedings. Still holding 3rd, but for how much longer is Tanila Marks? Tanila's has gone back to the defensive mode. Julia sits position number 4 as we say that one around. Now this is probably not what our 2 leaders wanted. Blackman and Dormer would now go, oh no. Time to close it back up. 3rd was a long way down the highway. Set for restart. Kelly Wood will be now slot themselves into 4th. We are set for a restart. We're going. Very late call. Down the back chute. Up into turn 3 and 4. 2 to run. Blackman still your leader. Dorman back to Kelly Wood. Julia Christians. Marks and Knight at the tail. Up into turn 3 and 4. Still with 1 to run. First heat almost in the books. Up into turn 3 and 4. Makes a wiggle. Kelly got it sideways at the wrong stage. Cost of that 3rd spot on the podium for this particular heat. Kart 31 will take it. So the Y31 car, Rodden Blackman takes the win. Back to the S64. Australia 5. Julia Christians will hang on for 3rd. And back to Kelly Wood in the S115. Will take home position number 4. Round 1 all done and dusted. Karts now return to the pits. It just joined us. This is the second round. We have another round, complete round of heat races. We have 3 heats for them. We are green. Turn 1. Oops. Karts will be set up again. Hang on, it's a bit slipperier than what we were ready for in the first one. Turn 3 and 4, they 3 wide into turn 3. Round we go. One around. Number 3, we're set for its restart. One out of the rocket ship was a 24 entry, now sitting, says back in the pack, but now sits on that outside groove. See you later. So Sampson takes the lead. Up into turn 3 and 4, they're 3 wide, one around. He manages to refire. That'll be card number 30. So Liam sits on that out inside second row. They're at 6s and 7s at the start. A little bit of contact made, turn 1 and 2. A little bit slipperier than what they're used to. Round the outside, just like that. So Sampson goes through to the lead. He's come from deep in the pack to be the 51 car of Neil Block is also there. I think you find Liam. I saw Liam quickly last night. Flew in from Queensland yesterday. Almost had a middle of their meeting with our concrete wall as he did his practice runs. Runs a little bit higher on the groove. That's where everybody needs to be. Back to the 48 car of Gray. Brian sits back there. Jaden Bryan in the 12. Glenn Tyne, the 28, sits position number 5. Anthony Ball. We are going yellow. That'll be the 29. It is left facing the wrong direction. So is it? Third in the 48. Jaden in the 12. Let's go green. Can't pass until they get past the cone. Ty was nearly up alongside that cart. I think it was just to say, hello, I'm here. We're still 5 to run. This is heat race number 2. So Chad leads away. Liam gives chase. Both running basically the same sort of line. Liam now sits it up. He can see the rear of that cart. It's getting bigger. In fact, it's cloned in like a nuclear missile. He's come from back in the pack, and as we say that, we'll probably go caution. We will so. I'm hoping it's not, but I think you'll find it at the 29 it is. So Cobra's brought out the yellow. Cobra's way down in the position 11. Just have a look at Liam sizing up the back of the 24 car of Sampson. We are set for a restart. 4 to run. We go. Chad goes and jumps on the go pedal. Liam gives chase. Nicholas in third. That's the grey entry. That's the 48. Now sits third. Long way back though. We certainly missed it on that restart. Side by side. 3 to run. On the inside. What a pass. Liam goes through, but Chad wants the spot back. On the front straight. Liam leads the way. Sampson, Gray, Bryan. That's your top 4. Freeham the next one on. The back to Mackenzie. But certainly showing him a clean set of heels. Certainly getting away. Checker to come out for car 51. So Liam takes another one. Home in second with the S24 of Chad Sampson. Back to the Tassie 12. We'll take home position number 3. And Nicholas Gray in the S48 will take home position number 4. Thanks to Air Tech Tools. Brings us heat race number 2. Dylan entry. Love that orange helmet. If you want to stand out, you get an orange helmet or a blue one. Let's go green. Up one around. In fact, it's... Oh, now he's done that to perfection. If you had to give him 10 out of 10 for doing that, he's the one with the best spin of the weekend so far. Backwards and around the pirouette. So Andrew went from hero to zero. He realised, I think he sort of realised that, yeah, I was the primary course. I was the primary course, so yeah, does the punishment fit the penalty? Yes. Up in turn 4 this time, we are set for a start. They get a little bit antsy on the throttles. Very average launch. That is a very average launch. Head car now relegated to the tail of the field. We're set for a start. We get it this time. 40 entry was a bit slow. That's Dion Dillon. Dion was a bit slow out of the gate. Down the back chute, Holt now getting attacked. Both sides, not only from the inside but also from the outside, as we say. That one always coming to a standstill. That is the 84 entry. Unfortunately, doesn't want to go. So Brad's Kart just didn't want to play ball. He'll get waved by the 8 car as it goes on by. Holt's gone back in the pack as well. Thought Darren might have been a little further up the order than what he is. He now sits about position number 5. Make that 6. Now he gets his 5th spot back, but he'll get relegated to 6 as he goes down into turn 3. He gets eaten alive. One going infield, and I think that might be, yep, that was kissed. Looks over the shoulder. Did you get my Facebook request? I think that was. Shake of the head says it all. 5. Lane Stay sits in front in the 22. We are set to go. Green jumps on it. Baldwin gives chase. Diving to the inside is the 22 entry. So Stace dives to the inside. That is the green Kart. Rolls on to turn 3 and 4. Green is out of there. Baldwin back to Stace. Lane Stays back to Dion Dillon. Darren Holt in the Northern Territory, but as we say that, parking on the infield. Commentator's curse. Marcus Green in the 40. Marcus be dark with that. He now sits, he was leading the field and unfortunately he's given a cough at the wrong time. It's been a long night at the office so far. Let's go Green, get him in the books. So Baldwin leads into the start chute. Stace gives chase. Lane Stace gives chase in the 22. Lane wants on with it. Dives to the inside. Washes up track. Holds on. So Baldwin goes back to second. Dion Dillon will now hold that third. Back in the pack. So Jeffrey in the 17. Back to Darren Holt. Very nicely positioned. Back in position number 6. Goes on the inside. But it's out in front. The 22 entry leads the way. So Lane into turn number 4. White flag out. 1 to run. Thanks to Air Tech Tools. Brings us heat race number 2 of the 125s. So the 22 car will take the win. Lane Stace will take it. Back to Jaden Baldwin in the E91. Back to third, back to the Tasmania 40. So Dion Dillon will take home third. Marcus Green, Jeffrey in the 17. Andrew Wood. Darren Holt struggles to 8th. Notice the Kart sitting here on the infield being pushed back to the pits. 2 heats in this particular round for the juniors. We are green. 3 wide into turn 1. They sort themselves out. Down the back chute. Up into turn 3 and 4. Fair bumps play on middle of the pack. So Malley, Redpath, Malley, Lumsden. Harry was certainly on the charge that one. Gracie now sits 5th. Charlie Redpath in the Tassie 57. Zane Rainey's gone from the front row now to the back of the pack. So Cody still leads the way. Harry gives chase in the 1-2-5. Cody's in another postcode. Checked out. Big gap. It's on back in the pack though. They're 2-3 wide. They're giving each other hips and shoulders. Fair love and war back in the pack. Probably leaving autographs on this side of each cart. So Harry now broken away too. That is the 1-2-5 entry. Just did a very, very happy second. The battle's on behind them. Don't look over the shoulder because you'll get a surprise. There's about 4 or 5 carts that are having their own little battle. Onto the front straight. Still Cody leads the way. Change for position for 4th. Gives him more than just a bit of a tap. I think it's ran over the nose cone. Up into turn 4. Front straight. Cody still leads the way. Harry Lumsden still sitting there. In second, the 1-2-5. Kai in third in the 88. Those 3 definitely locked in. Gracie in the 9. Sits position number 4. They're battling behind. White flag out though, 1 to run. So definitely the 16 car, unless something happens, which we don't wish upon anyone, will take the win. So Cody gets the win. Harry will take home second. Back to the M88 will take home third. Back to the M9 will round out your 4. Because the M9 Zane Rainey will finish 4th. He started 4th. So Cody takes the win. Harry Lumsden will take home second. Back to Kai Malley, Grace Meany, M9. We are green. Down the back chute we travel. There's a bit of squabbling back in the pack. That'll be the Aussie champ. There was one of them. So Gatton's getting biffed from pillar to post. Tries to get out of that groove. He'll be probably deeper in the pack than he would like. Now gets on with it. Down the back chute. Watch that A1. Giving them a head start. 5 remain. Marked as your leader. Hughes. Saxby was 4th. Now back to 3rd. Margot will sit back in position number 3 in the 82. But they're giving that A1 a bit of a chance. Doesn't need to sniff up that inside groove. Now rockets into 5th. Was 6. He still is 6 according to our lap scores. De Bono just holding on by fingernails. Now gets relegated back to 6. We're still 4 to run. Hughes still your leader. It's on for young and old. Margot, Saxby, De Bono. Gatton in the 1. Now sits 5th. Like to be a little higher. We now watch that battle in the mid-pack. There's 4 karts battling for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Gatton's the one that's making inroads. In fact, he's gone from position 3. Make that to 3. Make that from 5th to 3rd. With one swing. You don't give that A1 any invitation. That's concrete. That is solid concrete. Duration, this is the juniors. Jack Ray, the Benson Racing Karts brings us this heat. Have a look at the A1 diving to the inside. There was someone there to meet him though. So Gatton was going on the inside, but then he realised that there was a kart there. That was the 82 entry. Hughes leads the way. Saxby now to 2nd in the 51. Down the back chute we travel. Look at the A1 on that outside groove. Now switches back to the inside. So Blake's actually given him a bit of a head start. He now has got to make up that ground. He does so. Have a look at it launch off turn 2. Checker to come out this time. Where's he going to slot himself into the aggregate position? He goes back to the inside. A photo finish. Are we going to go 3 wide? Almost across the line. Hughes will take it. Wow. The 15 gets it. Wow. Saxby hangs on for 2nd. Gatton will hold on for 3rd. Wow. The 82 car will hang on for position number 4. It's a side act in all that. But out of it, that's got to be one of the best finishes of the night, folks. Put your hands together for Rock Hughes. Look at them all bunch up. We're set for a start. We are away. 3 wide at the start. 3 wide, turn 1 and 2. Back straight we travel. 1 pickpocketing the way through the inside. Up into turn 3 and 4. There are 3 wide, nearly 4 wide as we come out onto the front straight. Your leader after lap 1 of that is Colin Best. Jack DeVola in the 92 back to Aaron Cook. Jack Morrell will sit back in the pack. Up into turn 3 and 4. Have a look at him now. Get a bit more cunning with his track as it all comes to him. We're almost 4 wide. Jack Kerr in the 92 comes out. Jack Morrell, Colin Best, Jason Loft to the quickest lap that time. Now sits 4th. On the front straight, your leader come from nowhere. It's Jason Loft. DeVola's been taken off the crown. He's now back to 2nd. Morrell, Parker. Canini in the E4 now sits mid-pack. Also coming to join this is Darren Holt in the Northern Territory 66. Down the back chute. Our leader, Jason Loft, has checked out. Back behind him, it's on for young and old. 4 wide, nearly 5 if you're not, no beg your pardons. Hip and shoulder, there's a few of them being thrown around. Brad in the 4 now sits 2nd, very happy 2nd. Behind them though, it's like going for that car park at the Coles car park. That last spot in this heat, not over yet. White flag to come out. As we say that, yellow in turn 3. Just when we thought it was all over. Maybe. Set to go. Out of turn 4. They can't pass until they go past that cone. But boy, oh boy, do they make that cone, every cone a winner. Holt looks on the inside. He probably gets swallowed. He does. He now goes back to position 5. White flag to come out this time. It's not over yet. Loft has ran away. Brad for 2nd so far. Morrell, DeVola. Darren Holt now gets shuffled back. And Heath Parker now coming into this equation as well. Check it to come out. Round 2 of the Outlaws goes the way of the 23. So Brad Cunneen will hang on for position number 3, or position 2 in the 4. The M10 of Jake Morrell will hold on for 3rd. The NT66 of Darren Holt will hang on to position number 4. Alicia Phil set for a start. Yellows go out. Through turn 4. We're set for a start. Very even pace. Up to turn 1, we'll look into that glaring sun. We go down the back chute. Up into turn 3 and 4, a little bit of hostility back in the pack. One going around the outside. So Wood, Foe, Margot. So Nicholas in the 132 hangs on for that 3rd. Braid Taylor in the Q1. On the front straight, 3 to run. So Braid now on the move in the Queensland number 1, now sits 3rd. Fairway back is 4th. But have a look at Braid Taylor. Bray now starting to go around the top, that rear end of that car in front of him of Nate Wood, and the M15 was looking certainly a bit bigger that lap. Now goes to that outside groove. Side by side, gets a little bit of a wobble. Chase still leads the pack. Nate for 2nd, Bray for 3rd. That is how we look at this point in time. They come up back on the back of the lap car. White flag out, 1 to run. Salt Electrical brings us this one. They go around the lap car. White flag is out. Unfortunately, it will be the 82. That's Nicholas. And the 132, unfortunately, hasn't got an answer. But as we say that, out in front. Checker to come out. Will Foe hang on? Yes, just. Taylor will take 2nd. So the M15. And Cooper Marks will round out your position number 4, the S95. So we go to the standards for Callum Saxby from 8. We are set for a start. We are set. The track has been prepared beautifully. We go 4 wide at the back of the pack. Turn 1 and 2. They roll down the back chute. Up into turn 3 and 4. We got 2 wide coming out of turn 4. One around the top, made that outside groove work. Swan and Saxby go to work. Marks Oranger gone back from 1st to 4th. Swan and Saxby go to work. I think you'll find that Swan has come out the best one of all that. Oranger now dives on the inside to try and get that 3rd spot back. He now sits 4th. We are going yellow. We got one stopped in the middle of turn 2. That'll be the 27 of Bree Hall that brings out the caution. So Bree left stranded in turn 1 and 2. Position number 5, that is the 95 entry. They give each other a bit of a kiss up the backside. We are going green. Off turn number 4, onto the front straight. Go 2 wide, nearly 3 wide into turn 1 and 2. Back straight we travel, 5.5 to run. Orange now on the inside. Almost makes it 3 wide into turn 3 and 4. Orange now on the move. He now sits 4th. Mark still in front of him. Swan and Saxby, your leaders down the road. Is Glenn, the Caleb Saxby in the C5 way out in front. We're going yellow. Both drivers. Thanks to Max's tyres to bring a seat race to number 2. Set for a start. Into turn 1 and 2. We go back straight. Down the back chute we travel. We're still 4.5 to run. Out of turn 4. Saxville still your leader. Swan, Marks, Matros with the next one back in the 95. Connor Orange sits position number 5, was 4th at the start of that restart, been shuffled back a spot. Now trying to get back with them. We're still 3 to run. Into turn 1 and 2, down the back straight. Saxby's just cruising out in front. Would be sort of hearing carts from the back. If you'd sort of look over the shoulder and realise it's on for young and old behind them. Swan, Matros is now sitting 3rd, come from 4th, now to 3rd. Nathan Marks goes back to 4th. White flag comes out, 1 to run. Saxby still your leader. Swan, Matros, down the back chute. Our leader coming back to the pack. Off turn number 4. Will take the win. Matros hangs on for 2nd. Swan back to 3rd. Marks and Oranger gets 5th. Wow. So Andrew Matros hangs on for 2nd. Back to the AV9. For 3rd, that's Jackson Swan. Nathan Marks in the SA85, or the S85 will hang on for 4th. Laps up on the board. Redpath and Regan. Gale, Fielder, Sims, Swan and Payne. Set for a start. Very even launch. As that sun goes down behind turn 2, just behind our corporate boxes. Regan to lead him. Been under chase on the outside. That'll be the one entry of Sims. Gale, Redpath goes back to 4th. Probably go back a couple more spots too if not careful. Side by side. Regan and Sims go across the start chute. Sims just. Regan and Gale sits back 3rd. Redpath still 4th. Back to Swan and Fielder. They're your next 2 in the order. On the front straight, they're still side by side. Formation laps. Are they going to continue doing that? Bit of a chop off. Caleb says you're going to have to earn it. Jack says I was up there a moment ago. I want it back. Almost gets ran over coming out of turn 4. That'd be Louise Gale that almost ran over the 7 entry. Almost. Chase Redpath is the next one in the order. The Tasmanian sits 4th. As they come off turn 4, 3 to run. Go back to the 4 car of Fielder. Next one in the order. Starting to size up that left and right rear of that particular machine in front of me, which would be the Redpath entry. Goes to the outside. That 2 entry of Gale now starting to go on the outside. It's now sits 3rd. Sims is still out in front. Hasn't got a care in the world what's going on behind. White flag out, 1 to run. Thanks to Max's tyres brings us this heat. This is round 2, heat 2 for our standards. That's going to go the way of the A1. So Caleb Sims takes the wing. Jake Reagan will hang on for second. Louise Gale will hang on for Lewis Gale will hang on for third. Chase Redpath will hang on for fourth in the Tassie 9. So the Tassie 9 hangs on for fourth. Matt Swan finishes fifth. Alicia Fielder for sixth. Fraser Swan, and rounding out the field, Megan Payne will round out your 8-car field. Set for a start. 8 on the board. We are go. A bit of push and shove at the front of the pack. We go down the back chute. 7.5 to run. Everyone sorts themselves out into turn 4. Come off the... Well, we are yellow. That is a 17 that is unfortunately, it should be the Majepi car that is around. That is car number 17. Jeff just gets out and says, I'll do it myself. Set to go this time. 8 up on the board. Fist up the... I've never seen a driver wave a fist before like that anyway. Down the back chute we go. A little bit of squabbling mid-pack. Put his foot on the throttle and didn't go anywhere. We still go out in front. Loft your leader. Gutchberry slits into second. Cunningham now to third. So I think you'll find it was Alan Swan that was sent to the rear in the 17. The AV 17 sent to the rear. Onto the front straight. Cunningham slots himself into third. Marcus Green. Rajepi now sitting position number 5. Back to Campbell. Williams. Oranger sits 8th. Anything can happen in this kart race. We're still 4. Make that 5 to run. Make that 4.5 as we go down the back straight. So Gutchberry now leads in the 25. Loft has actually been relegated back to second. Green back to Oranger. Campbell. Cunningham now goes from 3rd to 6th. Williams back to the 17. Rajepi now sits back in the pack. He now sits 8th. So Gutchberry still out in front. Did a 16.555, a 16.555 last lap circulation. So a great pace out in front at the moment. Jason Loft still sitting second. It's on for young and old behind to Marcus Green. Liam Oranger sits 4th. Now Liam trying to go around the outside. We'll make that back on the inside. Will he get the spot? He does. So now makes his way to 3rd. White flag is out for the standard heavies. Omega Karts bring us that checker flag to come out. The 25 gets it. Back to the Victoria, the V23 of Jason Loft, Liam Oranger, and the A1 will hang on for 3rd. Back to Marcus Green. In the A4, in the A40 will position number 4. So Shane will hang on. The Gutchberry entry. Car number 25 takes the win. The V23, Jason Loft, Liam Oranger and Marcus Green. Around that 82 will start from 3. Braden Orr in the A35. Starts from 4. Isabella Swan as we get set for a start. Around the top of the circuit, and then almost 3 wide at the back of the pack. Up into turn 3 and 4. First lap in the books. 7 remain. Margot, your leader. The Magro entry will lead the field. Moller or Collins. Lumsden will sit back in position 5. De Bono and Swan. Turn 1 and 2. Magro will lead the way. So Alex is out in front, the 82. Starting to get away. Georgie Moller sits second in the 5. That very nice pink helmet. Can't miss it. Down the back chute we travel. Battles on for third. Braden Orr, but out in front, cut up 82. See Margot out in front. And so Alex leads the way. Onto the front straight. Moller giving chase. Brody De Bono, the next one back in the 10. Back to Braden Orr in the 35. We still have 2.5 to run. Clear lead now for the Margot entry. Getting away. Mollis has got no answer. Got to go with him at the start. Brody De Bono, next one back in the order, but that's now coming back. We're still 1 remain on the inside. What is Georgie? Georgie's just got to protect that spot. Brody now starting to come on strong. Does so. Brody on the inside. Alexander will hold on, but seconds where it is. Georgie just. In the M5, back to Brody. So Brody De Bono will hang on. Braden Orr in the A35 will hang on for position number 4. So junior standards. First heat for the second round. Jed Redpath, Ricky Cunningham from 3 and 4. Set to launch. Great even launch. Kai just rolls up alongside and says thank you very much. We are going caution. We're going green this time. We are resuming. Junior standards. Jack Regan Racing brings us this one. 4 wide at the start. No, beg your pardons. Back straight. Who's going to survive? They're 2 wide in the middle of the pack. Make it 3 as they dive into turn 3 and 4. Our leader stumbles and around he goes. That started mid-corner. Mid-stumble corner, that's when it all come unstuck. They always said, so 8 up on the board. Junior standard on the racetrack. Jack Regan Racing brings us this one. 3 wide at the start. Into turn 1 and 2. Down the back chute we travel. Formation lap back in the pack. We up into turn 3 and 4. Who's going to blink first? So Kai will lead the way. Zane Rainey back to Taylor Scott. It was a Taylor Stoddart entry. That is the number 49 entry. That is back third on the racetrack. So we make that the 43. Redpath. Swan. Back to Haylock and Cunningham, unfortunately, on the infield. We are racing up in front. 5 to run this time as they go past the start chute. Malley still your leader. Rainey, Redpath, Stoddard, Swan. That's your 5. So Haylock just gone past the start tube. Our leader on the front stretch. Rainey gives chase. Redpath sitting a very happy third. Wouldn't be happy with that though because he knows Stoddard's not far behind. On the front straight, 3 to run. Stoddard now goes through. Redpath now back to 4th. Down the back chute we travel. Our leader, there they are. Malley around the outside. Rainey, Stoddard, Redpath. Swan not too far off the pace. Position number 5. We're still 2 to run. Make that 1.5. Our leader, there they are. Malley's still up and out in front. In fact, he's on his own postcode. White flag out, 1 to run. Has pinned the ears back and has certainly gone after it. The battle's not over for second though. It's still on for young and old behind them. Checker comes out for the 88. We'll take that one. Rainey hangs on. Stoddard for third. So Rainey, Stoddard. Kart number 43 of Taylor Stoddard will round out your 3. Jet Redpath and the Tassie 9. Off to number 4. We are go. So Gale leads him into turn 1. Orton goes with him. Robertson holds. Down the back chute we travel. First lap just about to be done and dusted. A couple of these kart drivers now starting to get a bit more adventurous on the top. Robertson leads. Gale and Turnbull. Orton gets going with them as well. That is position number 4. That is the Tasmania 10. On the front straight we travel. Into turn 1. Robertson, Gale, Turnbull. Sizing up the rear of that kart. Now goes to the outside. Gale just holds the inside line. Turnbull still sitting there a nice third. Gutchberry sitting back in the 25 sits 4th. Still 4.5 to run. On the front straight, Modifiers on the race. If you've just joined us, Robertson, Gutchberry now comes up to that second spot, the 25. Now sits second on the racetrack. Back to Turnbull. Louise has gone back from second to 4th. One mistake. Robertson still your leader. Hanging on by fingernails. So Gutchberry next one in the order. We go back 3 wide behind him. That's between Turnbull, Gale. Darren Holt now starting to make his presence felt. Louise goes back to 5th. Nathan Marks in the 85 now sits 6 as we got 1 to run. So Shane's still your leader. Robinson. But it's up in turn 3 and 4. Checker to come out. Shane's going to hang on in the 25. The 34 car of Aidan Robinson will hang on for So Aiden will hang on for second. Back to Brad Turnbull in the 17. There we go, back to the 56 of Louise Gale. Will round out your 4. Set for a race start. One more round of heats to go for this field tonight. We are green. On the front straight, they're 5 wide at the back of the pack. Kart's trying to get going, and they now do. 3 wide still mid-pack. Up to turn 3 and 4 we go. First lap in the books. 3 wide as they come off turn 4. Orgy leader Sims back to Cuneen in the 4 entry. Walkerton is also there in the 92. Red Path in the 9. But have a look at them around the top. Getting a little bit more adventurous. Sims has just gone from hero to zero. Out in front, the 22 come from nowhere to now lead the field. Ornger goes back to second. Can't keep up with them. Still 5 to run. Walkerton out in front, out in third in the 92. The 4 entry of Brad sitting back in 4th. So Sims leads the way. Ornger giving chase. Walkerton the next one in the order, the car number 92. Cuneen in the E4 will sit position 4. Red Path in the Tasmanian 9. Sitting position 5, we go yellow. So going green this time, Sims to lead the way. Battles on for now for third. Red Path is sizing that 4 entry up. Orangey goes after Sims. Sims has just left everyone sitting there, so Caleb gets away. Still 2 to run. Not over for the minor places as yet. Cuneen and also Red Path, and the next 2 in the order, Cody Bryan in the Taz 11. Up on the front straight, Sims still your leader. Oranger, Cuneen, Red Path, Bryan, Whiting. Meany now comes into it as well in the M9. On the front straight, Checker will come out. First one for the Tassies tonight. To the M17 of Liam Oranger. The E4 will hang on for position number 3. And Chase Redpath for the Tasmanians will hang on for position number 4 in the Tassie 9. Kelly Wood, your front row. Roden Blackman and also Julie Christians. Taylor Knight. To Neil Marks, we're set for a start. So Wood gets into turn 1. Blackman goes with it. Dorman. Back to Christians. Knight and Marks at the tail. Up into turn 3 and 4. Line astern. Onto the front straight. First lap in the books. Blackman gets the lead. Christians is sitting second in the 5. So Dormer in the 64 now rounds out your 3. Side by side for second at the moment, probably going all the way. So Courtney now jumps into second, puts Christians back to third. Still 6.5 to run. We'll make that 5.5 to run. Come out of turn 4, gets a bit of a wobble. Blackman's just got to be careful because those 2 behind those carts, the 5 and the 64 cart, are closing at a great rapid rate. Courtney goes to the top, makes that outside groove works. Will she come back on the inside? No, not quite. She's not game enough to switch back. So Courtney, they're side by side for second at the moment. Blackman out in front, won't know what's going on behind. Probably not a wise idea to look back. Courtney just says, well, I'll go around the outside, making that high groove work. Just loses a little bit of ground, comes off turn 4, side by side, gets a wobble to lead the lap. Blackman still with 1.5 to run. Christians holds on to third. That is the 5 entry. Tennille Marks in the 4, in position number 4 in the 89. As we got white flag out, 1 to run. We're going yellow. We are yellow. Just when Courtney says, I am out of there. There's the 5 entry. So Julia, unfortunately, has come to grief. Incoming from race control, green, white, checker is the order. Let's get it in the books. One more qualifying round for tonight. We come back tomorrow night. So Dorman lead away. Blackman gives chase. Marks, Wood, Knight and Christians at the tail. Up into turn 3 and 4. White flag to come out. Courtney's done well with this. She's certainly kept a cool head. Tennille Marks sits back in third. Blackman still sitting second as we go down the back chute. Checkers to come out. Takes the win. Robin Blackman will hang on. Tennille Marks will hang on for third in the S89. Back to the S15, the 115 of Kelly Wood. Will hang on for position 4. Total is position number 10. That is the 51 yellow Kart. Outside that 5th line. We are set for a start. 8 up on the board. Oh, that went a little bit early. Darren was keen to go, but no one else wanted to go with him. The pole sitting car, the 66 has been told by race control. One more start like that and you're going to the back of the bus. That's all you need in your final qualifying heat of the night. You need to go to the tail and work hard to get back to where you should be. That's a better launch. One steps out from back in the pack. Have a look at that. That's got to be one of the starts of the night. We're down the back chute. He is gone. He is long gone. Wow. Liam's come from, I think he's came from well back. What a start. Liam's, we're going green this time. So race controller says, sorry guys, we're not going this time. They want to line astern, no, splits at the front. So we're set for a start. Bunching them up in the middle of the pack. They now start to form them up. Watch that 51. It'll be lively. Set deep in the pack. It now sits position number 9. Oh, we got out around them again. That's it. We're going yellow. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Chief Stewart has spoken over the one-way receiver. We're set for a start. 8 on the board. Final qualifying heat for this tonight. We are set. Still gets the start. Turn 1 is where he's going to go from the back to the front. He's on a mission. So Liam's come from deep in the pack to lead lap 1. Goes out as far as the concrete. Have a look at the way it's been driven. Drive it like you stole it. Pins the ears back and away he goes. So Liam leads the field in the 51. Back to Jones. Sampson's been probably wondered what has gone on. The 12 entry Jaden Bryan sits position number 4. Nick Gray in the 48 sits 5th. But it's out in front. Drive it like you stole it. The penultimate heat of this weekend. He came here on a mission. The mission was to go away with Australia 1. He may do so. He keeps this up, he won't be caught. So Liam, he comes into turn 3 and 4. So Chad's still second. Cameron sits third in the 76. Back to Brad in the 84, back to Nicholas in the 48. That's position number 5. But it's a long way back to position 5, my add. 1, 2 and 3 have certainly broke away. They're in a postcode on their own, our top 3. So Liam will come and get the white flag. One more circulation this evening. And he'll take it. Off turn number 4, he gets the heat race win. Back to the S24. Chad Sampson holds on. Cameron Jones for 3rd. Go back to the 84 car. Anstis will hang on for 4th in the 84. Wow, what a drive, folks. Put your hands together. So Liam's come from 10th to win. What a drive. That kart is like it's on rails. Big shout out to the crew that has set this kart up. Chad pulls alongside. He gives him the thumbs up. You can just pick it. That pink helmet, love the colour. Set for a start. Final heat race for this group tonight. Down in turn 1 and 2, we go down the back. We are going yellow. We are yellow. I think you'll find so we're set for a start. That's a bit better launch than what it was originally. Into turn 1. So down the back chute. Off turn number 4 this time. First lap in the books. So Mackenzie leads, but for how much longer? So Lane stays now coming back into them too. Bit of spark as they come off that centre concrete. Lane goes back through to the lead. Mackenzie. Feenan also there in the 52. We go yellow. So Tim also there in the 52. Jeffrey back in the 17. Round out your top 4 as we get ready 5 to run. Very even launch. Jeff goes on the inside. He wants that spot. He will try very hard to get underneath. Almost kisses the left rear. Dives back on the inside, but it's out in front. Also Lane gets away. Peter still giving chase in the 30. Still with 4.5 to run. Anything can happen in this motor race. 30 is where we're watching though. Between the 17 and the 52. Tim goes around the outside. He's got to be careful because now he's gone into defence mode due to the one that was sitting behind him, which was Marcus Green. So Green's come from back in the pack. He now sits on that outside groove. Look at him go to work. Pins those ears back and away he goes. Green's come from back in the pack. 5th now to 3rd. As I said, he's pinned those ears back. Laps might be the killer here though. He wanted a few more laps probably to get up with him. He's happy in 3rd. White flag is out. Final run of the night. We'll go to the 22. So Lane will take the run. Back to the 30. So Peter finished the second. Marcus Green will hang on for position number 3. Back to Jeffrey in the 17. We'll round out your 4 for our round 3, heat 2. Now start to rack up. A bit of a gap in that second row. Notice one coming on the infield. So we get down the back chute. Add up on the board. Set for a start. We're underway. Down into turn 1 and 2. Down the back chute. It's on for young and old. One up on that higher groove. Almost would have said 3 wide. So Kaiser's gone from the back to the front. Redpath is there in the 99. They're not careful. One to the inside. Beautiful inside pass. He had it almost there, but the shutters got rolled down on him. I think you find that would be Saxby that was going on the inside that realised there was a cart there. And that concrete berm was just getting a little bit bigger than what it should have been. Now drops a fair way back. Malley still leads it. Redpath and Saxby, your 3. One coming infield at a great rate of knots. Goes infield. Up into turn 3 and 4. There's your leader on screen. Car number 88, that is the Malley entry. Back to Redpath, Saxby, Rainey, DeBono in the next one. That is the 10. That's position number 5. As we say that, Saxby now on the inside. Doesn't have to get that invitation. He's had a look up there once. He snuck up there on the inside. Still with 2.5 to run. He snuck up the inside. He's going to give him a surprise in a moment. Jet's not going to be prepared for it. Jet's going to be covering his line, just protecting it enough, and there's a car going to go around the outside. That's exactly what he's doing now. He's working that higher groove. Down the back chute. On the inside. Mally's still running away out in front. Don't worry about Kai. He's gone. It's battle on for second. That's what we're watching. Between Redpath and Saxby. They go basically side by side across the start chute. White flag is out. This will be a win to the 88. Redpath will hang on just. Wasn't much in it. Back to the C51 will hang on for third. Lachlan Saxby threw everything bar the kitchen sink. So the Tasmania holds on, but by only just not even a fingernail. We're set for a start. Late call. Turn 1 is where they all bunch in. Down the back chute. They're 2-3 wide in places on this circuit. One around the top. In fact, a few of them actually finding that higher groove works. So James leads at Hughes. Meany will be third. Cody Malley will round in out the 4. Gatton is now on the move. He's now position 5. He started 7th. See what he comes up this time. He gets a bit of a balk in front of him. His cart's going all directions. He's had that top groove worked out. Then he realised there was carts there, so he had to go back to where he was. 5.5 to run. So we're watching that A1 deep in the pack. Hughes is still your leader. Malley now to second. Meany now third. Gatton is now to fourth. He's gradually clawing back the ground he needs. Now goes back on the inside, side by side, now to third. He'll just hang on. No, he ends up fourth. Now he'll rocket back into the... So Hughes is running away. But as we say that, Hughes is now coming under attack. He's got to be careful because anything happens up in front of him could take out a couple of carts. Malley now leads. Hughes now back to second. Meany and Gatton now. They're your top 4. Just about to come into this is the Lumsden entry. So Lumsden now in the 1-2-5 is now starting to claw his way back on the inside. But a push and shove goes on for third and fourth. That's not over yet. That's not settled. We've still got 1.5 to run. The white flag's going to come out in this one. Gatton's done all the work. He's now third. Meany to fourth. Lumsden now fifth. Now that is now starting to become a 5-cart freight train. Cody just doesn't want to know what's going on behind him. Probably a good idea that he doesn't look back. Check it to come out. Cody will take the win. Hughes for second. So Rock Hughes hangs on. So Blake will hang on for third in the A1. So Black Gatton will hang on for third. Grace Meany will round out your 4 in the M9. Certainly Gatton was one. Certainly coming. He came from deep in the pack. He was started out of 7. He ends up third. So that is a bucket load of points. Your pole sitter, Tyler Scott alongside. We are set for a start. Out of turn 4. 3 wide, almost 4 wide into turn 1. A little bit of kissing of Karts out in front. Look at them go around the top. That outside groove is now starting to come into its own. On the front straight, Scott your leader. Fielded a second. Morell sitting there in third. Back to best. Jason Loft in the 23 sits position number 5. He works that high groove. One around. One spat out the back. That'll be the... I think you'll find that'll be the 29. That's Brad Turnbull. They went for a bit of a... Probably saw that concrete, looked up and went, this is gonna hurt. Up. Tyler's, he knows who's behind. He knows the 4 and the 10 car certainly want this one. On the front straight, we're set, we're green. 7 to run. Back straight. Round the top. That, as I said, that outside groove is certainly now coming to itself. Kart's now starting to use the high line. Mind you, it is high. Up high you fly, down low you slow, but you leave that inside groove, you can go back spots. 5 to run. Scott still your leader. Fielder, Loft and Morell. They're your top 4. Colin Best sits just outside position number 5. 4 to run. Fielder now more than sizing up that right rear tyre. Trying to go around the top. Scott's got other ideas. Tyler's just going to say, well, you want it, you're going to have to earn it. On the front straight. 3 to run. The moment of truth. Fielder goes to the inside. We are going yellow. There is a Kart stopped in turn 2. Just when Fielder was going past. 8 to run. Underway. So Scott's going to have to be careful now. He's going to have a very hard charge and look on the inside. There's 3, almost 3 abreast. 2 to run. On the front straight. Scott still your leader. Make that Fielder. Loft. Holt goes to 3rd. Scott's gone back to 4th. One move and he's gone back in the pack. He will be dark on that. On the front straight, Fielder your leader, Loft, Holt, Scott. There your 4. It's on for young and old. We got the white flag to come this time. Make a checkered flag is out. Car 4, Fielder will take it. Holt will take 2nd. Wow, Darren Holt's come from the clouds. So Ashler Fielder takes the win. Darren Holt in the 66 will take home position number 2. Jason Loft in the V23 will take home position 3. Tyler Scott, who was pickpocketed. We're going green. Very average launch, but they've said they've got to be lined up. So this is a sub-juniors thanks to Salt Electrical. Up into turn 3 and 4, our first lap in the books. So Chase will lead him in. Nate Wood for 2nd. Taylor back to Wood. Up into turn 3 and 4. Foe still your leader. Nate Wood gives chase. Taylor in the Q1. Harrison Wood. The 22 is your fourth card at the moment. They'll go on the inside of the 132 entry. Nick just trying to get it to go a little bit quicker than what it is. So Foe and Wood, Taylor, long way back. Don't forget there's just that few laps. There's probably 2 to run. Look at the white flag this time. What can happen? Can Taylor catch? Then the Q1, watch that third Kart in shot. White flag out, 1 to run. Sub Juniors. Checker to come out for the 68. So Nate Wood hangs on. Bray Taylor will hang on for third. And then the S95 will round out your field, the top 4. That's Cooper Marks will round out the 4. So we go around one more time. So down back chute, first lap, 3 wide in the middle of the pack. You can see that 3 wide round that outside groove. We've made mention of it. Make it 4 wide as they come onto the front straight. Sims your leader. Back to Lewis Gale. Matros in the 95 now sits third. Up into turn 3 and 4. That's still that higher groove. Kart's now starting to get settled on the racetrack. It is now on for Young and O. Saxby now chimes in. Redpath back to 5th. Matt Swan, Fraser Swan. Liam's back there in position number 8. Connor Ornger at the back in the 71. No answer as yet. Sims, it's on behind him. Down the back chute, we're still 4.5 to run. Final heat for this particular class tonight in this particular group. One more round, one more heat for this particular one, but this heat grouping, last one for that. We're up, we got big pile up. All started mid-pack. I love the way they just pick them up and throw them. Nybok will be the next one. Liam sits back in the pack. He sits position number 6. We are set to resume. Next to Max's tyres. We're set. We're away. Down the back chute we travel. First lap to resume hostilities. 3.5 to run. Out of turn 4. On the front straight. So Sim still leads at Redpath. Gale, Swan. There your 4. Matros is the next one in the order in the 95 as we go onto the front straight. 3 wide almost. Sims is now coming under attack from Redpath and Gale. Is there a bit of damage done to that cart? Crew will have to be ready for it when it comes back in. White flag out, 1 to run. Up into turn 3 and 4, down the back straight, watching the battle for 4th and 5th. But it's out of turn 4. Sims is going to hold on, but is it going to be a photo finish? He switches back. Sims will get it. So Caleb Sims hangs on. Chase Redpath in the Tassie 9. Solid for second. Lewis Gale in the Oz 2. Will hang on for third. Matt Swan will hang on for fourth in the 49. Wow. Top 7 karts. We're set for a start. Final run for this group tonight. For the standards next to Max's tyres. We're set, we go. Just watch that high groove. Karts are now going round the top. Beautiful execution out of turn 2. Now rockets up alongside. Come from the clouds. That'll be the 7 entry. So Jack's come from back in the pack. He now leads the way. He's come around the top of the circuit. He's showing everybody behind him. Go on that higher groove. Plenty of drive, middle of the track at this point in time. Fielder now goes to second, Payne to third, Hall to fourth. Nathan Marks in the 85 now sits fifth. 5 to run. Fielder now starting to make an impression. Lap's going to be on the side, 4.5 to run. Watch that 4 kart, it's now making ground at a rapid rate of knots. Pins the ears back and away goes. So Alicia giving chase. She now goes up on that outside. Just look at that kart work. Uses a banking to the advantage. Jack will be looking for a kart on the outside, on the inside. He'll get a surprise in a moment because Alicia will just go around the outside of her. Sam is now in position number 3 in the 68. Long way back to third. But it's out in front. 2 to run. Go that higher groove. Someone's got hold of the Alicia kart, swinging it like on a big rope. That kart is on rails. White flag out, 1 to run. Where's Alicia going to make the move? Jack still holding that line on that middle of the track. You're going to go around. You've got to go around the top. Comes off turn number 4. Swings it back to the inside. Checker comes out. Jack will take it. Alicia will hang on for for position number 2. Great drive. The Y68 of Sam Payne hangs on for third. Jackson Swan will hang on for position number 4 in the AV9. Next to Omega Karts, so Courtney and Shane. Cunningham on the outside of that front groove with 3 wide at the start. Does race control bring it back? They'll go down the back chute this time. They're 3 wide mid-pack. Great to see these drivers 3 wide, almost 4 wide as we come off turn number 4. So Shane's your leader. The 23 of Jason will be sitting there in second. Holt in the 66 will sit position at number 3. Up into turn 3 and 4 this time as we come on by. We've still got 6 to run. So the 25 kart leads the way. So Shane is getting away from the loft entry in the 23. The difference is 0.717 of a second. Doesn't sound much in karting terms. Green now starting to fight in this as well. Darren Holt now starting to come, as we say. Liam Ornger now takes over that second spot. Loft gets shafted back to third. Holt now coming into the Northern Territory 66 now to 4th. As we go down the back straight, still with 3.5 to run. Your leader, car number 25. So Shane's still running away out in front. Just starting to get a bit of a break on the field. Ornger now still in chase. Loft is not too far behind. So Liam Ornger with a quick time of a 16.3 350, 16.214 for our race leader. So Shane still out in front. Marcus Green now makes an impression in position number 4. Here is our leader, now coming off turn number 4 onto the front straight. Starting to get away. Just over a second is now the race lead. We have 1 to run. Leader now approaches turn number 4. Look at him on the screen. Cool as a cucumber in February. Takes the win. The 25 will take it. The Australian one of Orgia will take home second. Jason Lofton, the V23, will hang on for position 3. Back to the A04 of Marcus Green. Will hang on for position number 4. Thanks. And on the board. Great pace to the sideline. Almost 3 wide and almost 4. Kai nearly got squeezed. Kai backed out of it at the right time. We go into turn 4 this time, around onto the first lap in the books. Alexander leads the way in the 82 entry, back to Taylor Stoddard. Kai was now salvaged a position, went back to 4th at the start, now goes to that outside groove, swinging around the top. Makes it look easy. So Kai goes to the lead. 5 to run. Alexander sits second in the 82. Taylor sits 1 further spot back in the 43. But Kai's come from nowhere. Was downtown and then decided to come and join the party. Georgie Moller in the M5, not too far out of this one either. Ricky Cunningham, no answer at this spot, sitting back in the pack. Up the top turn. Still with 3 to run. Just keeping it nice out in front. We watch the battle for second. Kai just looks like he's sitting in the armchair at home. Looks so relaxed. Bet you they're not. Taylor now starting to get lively with Alexander. The 43 car now starting to apply the thumb screws. White flag out, 1 to run. Now watching battle for second between the 82 and the 43. Alexander's not done with it yet, but Taylor's now throwing the challenge on the ends on the outside. Tyler back to the inside, but we say that the 88 takes the win. Alexander will hang on for second. Taylor will hang on for third, but boy, oh boy, threw everything by the kitchen sink in that last lap. And the M5 will take home position because the M5 is Georgie Moller. The Georgie would just hang on for that 4th. Set for a start this time. 8 up on the board. Rolls them in slowly. We are green. Want to watch also the 22. Austin Collins. We go 4 wide down the back straight. Got to make hay while the sun shines. First lap in the books. Or your leader, Redpath. So Brody 1 spot back in the E10. Austin Collins in the 22 sits 4th. Zane Rainey in the 9 sits position number 5. So Redpath or DeBono. So that is the 10 entry, sits position 3. Notice Braden just protecting that groove. He's just rolled out of it, unfortunately. letting the 10 car up the inside. See what happens when you get off that groove. You just leave a gap on the inside. Your opponents do see that, and they take no invitations. You leave the gate open, everyone will go through it. So Brody now slots himself into second. He's now giving chase behind the red path entry. Still 3.5 laps. This is not over yet. Red path will have to go defensive. Have a look at Brody throw it on the inside. Up to turn 3 and 4. They're side by side to the stripe. They almost go across the line. In fact, it was .006 between them at the start chute. So Jet and Brody going toe to toe. Braden orders a sideshow at the moment. Sits back a long way back in third. So Brody gets away with it. Jet now slots in for second. Probably hasn't settled for second as yet. But I think you'll find now it does so. All over bar the shouting. The 10 car gets it. Jed Redpath will hang on for that second spot. Braden Orr will hang on for third. Wow. Zane Rainey in the E9 will round out your 4. For Tasmania 12, Jaden will sit back 3. Nathan Marks in the 90, in the 85, starts from 4. Set for a start. We are green. 4, make it 3 wide, turn 1. Back straight. 3 wide as they come into turn 3 and 4. First lap almost in the books. So Shane leads the way. Oranger giving chase. Turnbull. Also Brad in the E4 sits 4th. It's like peak hour traffic back behind them. Turnbull, Gale, Bryan, Marks and Cunningham. That's how they 8 sit at the moment. Our leader, he has gone. The 25 entry. So Shane's just running away. Liam gives chase. The only thing that Liam needs is a yellow about in a couple of laps' time just to bring Shane back to him. Because at the moment, Shane is in that another postcode. He is long gone. He's taken the whip to it and said, catch me if you can. It's a bit of a rut that's now starting to form. Orger still giving chase. So Brad in the E4 sits 3rd. So the 4 cart back to the 56. So Louise is there in 4th. Michael Cunningham sits position number 5 as with 2 to run. Make that 1.5. Back straight. Your leader. He long gone. Making it look easy. Back in the pack. We look for the 22. Sitting a little further back than he'd like. As we go into the top turn, checkers are out. Cart number 25 takes the win. So Shane all the way. Back to the 17. Back to the E4. So Brad Gunn. So Brad hangs on for 3rd in the E4. And the AV74 of Cunningham will hang on. Braden and Darren from that 4th row. Donovan and Aiden from the rear. Set to go. We are green. First corner, they've all survived it. Down the back straight we travel, 7.5 to run. Just move that mid-track. So Sims will lead them in. So Andrew in the 92, Chase gives it. So Redpath in the Tasmanian 9. Sean Sutton. We are yellow. One parks it up there in turn 2. The cattle just being told to go when they want. Away they go. So Caleb gets away. Andrew wasn't quite quick enough to go with him. Redpath was not too far behind either in the Tasmanian 9. Up into turn 3 and 4 with 6 to run. Out of turn 4. Caleb comes onto the front straight, but it's on for Young and Old behind them. Redpath now to second. Donovan now comes into the 9 entry. So the 2 9s are giving chase to the 22. Onto the front straight. Caleb is gone. Worry about the next 2 in the order. Chase, Donovan and Kobe. That is our order. The Tasmanians are coming. Tasmania now second and 4th. Onto the front straight. Still 4 to run. So the Tasmanians at the moment now 2 and 3. It is now the battle between the Apple Isle, between Chase and Kobe. So Cody now, they're 3 wide on the front straight. But while they do that, it brings the rest of the field to them. Our leader, well, as I said, he's long gone. Don't worry about who's out in front. What's going on behind them? It's peak hour. One on the inside. So Cody Bryan and the Tasmania 11's playing pocket pinball in a way that he's giving a couple of them a bit of a hip and shoulder as he goes on through. Fair love and war. It is the final run for these teams for tonight. They come back tomorrow night to play for it. So Braden Whiting now comes into the 25. As we say, that bit of bumping going on. Checkers are out. So Caleb holds on in the Tasmania. The Y25 will hang on for 3rd. Braden Whiting holds on. Chase Redpath in the Tasmania 9 will hang on for 3rd. And then Cody Bryan in the Tassie 11. Wow. Fair. Set for a start. Final run for the night. We thank you for your patience. We are green. Final race of the night. Into turn 1 and 2. Almost line astern. Almost a formation flying first lap. Up into turn 3 and 4. Come out of there side by side. Tennille makes it across the stripe. Courtney Dormer giving chase in the 64. Julia in the A5. That is 3rd spot at the moment without a round. We are red. So we've had not only one. Do you get one of those, James? Race control, tell them not to go till they get the green. 7 to run. Rocket into turn 1. All line astern. Courtney goes back to work. Certainly breaks away. Julia sits there very nice. Happy second. Starting to get away from the back two cars. Taylor and Kelly both having their own little battle for third and fourth. Make their way down the back straight, still with 4.5 to run. Down into 1 and 2. As I said, Courtney's just doing what she does, run away and hiding. Back to Julia. So Julia sitting very nicely in second spot. Third and fourth, back down the highway. So Kelly and Taylor, they were having their own little battle there at one stage. Two to run. Very line astern at the moment. There goes your leader down the back straight. Nearly a straight between first and second. Courtney just looks so relaxed. White flag out, 1 to run. Down the back straight. Checker to come out. So Courtney will take the win. Julia will finish second in the A5. Kelly Wood in the S115 will take home third, and rounding out the field will be the 95 entry,